Thank you for coming here today. My name is Kasana Johannes and I use she, her pronouns. I'm a 7th grader at Seattle Girls School and I'm standing here today to introduce you to a remarkable young 20-year-old advocate for gender equality, STEM education, and youth leadership who was chosen by our community to receive the 2025 Seattle Girls School Grace Hopper Award, Merrill Keating. This award's recipient is also special to us because she was nominated by Karen Lane. Karen knew that we would be inspired by all that Merrill has done and all of who she is. Now, I've always taken a chance for a better future. Like when I was in 4th grade and I heard that an all-girls school had an opportunity for a spot in next year's class. Merrill had a similar idea to look to the future. With a 1 in 40 chance of being accepted into the University of Washington's Academy, she left high school shortly after her sophomore year and became a freshman in college at 15 years old. She is a mechanical engineering major and is currently completing her final year and is still persistently trying to pave a way for others. When I was younger, I used to go to programs for teens and adolescents because my auntie used to plan the programs. The program's goal was to help kids or teen and adolescents towards what they want to leave behind on this earth and make connections to help them on that path. And I was astonished when I learned that Merrill had founded not one, but 2 programs called Girls Ignite and the Power of 100 Girls to empower girls and women to become change makers of the world. Whenever you hear about female activists or STEM field workers, you're most likely hearing about them in history. But Merrill is building her legacy now. The world needs to showcase more people in the present making a difference, and Merrill is doing just that. She hosted the Changemakers Summit in March of 2022, a whole showcase of female advocates, entrepreneurs, and STEM field workers who are aged 25 and under. Merrill's impacts do not stop in the U.S. alone. One of her global impacts includes her involvement in the United Nations Women's Generational Equality Forum, where she participated in a global youth takeover of the United Nations with the purpose to create solutions to global challenges. Before I invite Merrill up, I want to tell you about the Grace Hopper Award's creation. Annually, the Grace Hopper Award is designed by SGS students, and this year's 8th grade students, May Wilder and Malia Ellerson, worked together to research about Merrill and her accomplishments to create an award based on what they learned. Great job, May and Malia. Now, it is one of my greatest honors to present to you the recipient of the 2025 Seattle Girls School Grace Hopper Award, Merrill Keating.
6 minutes. That's what I have to tell you a story. To tell you why I'm standing here and why Seattle Girls School matters. 6 minutes to convince you that what happens at Seattle Girls School is not just education, it's transformation. And at the heart of that transformation is something even more powerful, legacy. But first, thank you. I'm incredibly honored to receive the Grace Hopper Award and to stand in the company of so many magnificent change makers this award uplifts. My story begins with knowing that some people didn't always see me in rooms like this. Not because I didn't belong, but because I was told, directly or indirectly, that girls who looked like me, thought like me, or dared to dream beyond the lines drawn for them had to work twice as hard to be seen, let alone valued. Maybe you felt that too. Maybe you've seen a daughter, a sister, or a student struggle with the same unspoken rules. Rules I knew that I couldn't and wouldn't follow. What changed everything for me? I found places that refused to accept that script. And when I couldn't find them, I created them. Places that not only knew that we were capable, but knew where to lead, where to follow, or where to get out of the way so we could own it. Seattle Girls School is one of those places. And from what I saw when I visited back in March, it's not just holding the line, it's redrawing it. You can feel the momentum, the boldness, and it's only getting stronger. Before I ever stepped into rooms like this, before I imagined I could chart my own course, my parents instilled in me the values that set the stage for everything I have achieved. Resilience, conviction, and an unshakable belief that no obstacle is greater than the purpose you carry. My mother, a dynamic woman of color, taught me that stepping up isn't about waiting for the right moment. It's about making the moment right. That leadership isn't just about forging ahead. It's about bringing others with you, making space for those that will follow. Legacy, not for the accolades, but because paving the road is a radical act of belief in what's possible, and what's inevitable, if we dare enough to make it so. That lesson has guided me in every step I've taken. It's my North Star. And I see that same spirit reflected in every step that I've taken and in the students at Seattle Girls School. Look into their eyes right now. Look at the teachers, the administrative leaders. See the hope, the determination, the wonder, the glow, because they get that legacy. It's about what we build with intention, knowing that there is no climbing without lifting. SGS doesn't just teach students, it arms them with confidence, curiosity, and a belief that their ideas deserve space in the world, that they will have space in the world, that they will build the room and not wait for the world to make it for them. I've seen what happens when we're given that kind of foundation, that knowing. We step forward, we lean in, we take the lead, innovate, and redefine what's possible. And in a time when too many doors are still closed and are closing up again, SGS ensures they have the strength and the skill to knock them down. At SGS, leadership isn't an abstract idea. It's a daily practice. It's as natural as breathing. Knowing we don't have to wait for the future, because we can lead now. These change makers are taking on challenges with courage, pushing boundaries and blazing trails. Today, can you feel the power? I did, and I'm fired up. That is legacy. It's not just the achievements we celebrate, and there's a place for doing that, but the impact we ignite in others. The generations of leaders who step up because someone once showed them the way. SGS is a giant, and we're standing on its shoulders to shape the future. But let's be real, this doesn't happen by chance. It happens when we invest in their brilliance, honor their spark, and stand back as they paint the sky. Today, we all get the privilege of walking our talk, of being part of that legacy, to ensure that every student who walks through the doors of SGS knows their worth, finds their voice, and walks out ready to make it better than they found it. This afternoon, I'm honored that you showed up to witness, to listen, but I'm encouraging you to join the conversation and lend your voice through action. Because the future we want depends on our conscious choice to invest today. Seattle Girls School is changing lives. Let's make sure that they can keep doing it. That was 6 minutes. But what we build from here, legacy that echoes. Thank you.
My goodness, what an amazing speech. So many inspirational speeches.